Hi everyone, it's me Egypt. In today's video, I'm super excited to take you on a creative journey as I build my summer wardrobe from scratch. I'll be showing you how I upcycle thrifted clothing to make unique, stylish pieces. And I'll also be using the fabric I bought in my previous video to create my summer basics versus buying that $75 tank top.
Don't do it.
I'm super excited to start sewing, but first we need to go over my inspiration for summer 25. These are just a few photos that kind of represent my summer inspiration and style. I've been really into more form-fitting styles like this long maxi skirt and this high neck backless catsuit, but I also do like the more flowy styles like a baggy shorts or this style that I've been loving, which I call the batwing dress. I love the flowiness, the way that it falls on the body. I've been loving fabrics and clothing that just kind of falls like a nice cowl neck. The leather caps, I've made a couple of leather caps which I have available on my Depop if you're interested in buying them. So with that being said, let's get into just gathering all of the necessities for all of the projects that we have in store today. When I need to gather supplies for something that I want to make, I either go to the fabric store, the thrift store, or my closet. Making clothes from scratch can be a bit tricky, especially if you're trying to make something really fancy. I usually stick to simple things. My favorite types of fabrics honestly are stretchy fabrics. I love working with stretchy fabrics because they're way more forgiving, and the type of clothing that I like to make, it's just perfect. Thrifting can be a super good way to get fabric at a very cheap price because fabric can get expensive. If your personal closet doesn't have what you need to sew, thrifting is like the biggest hack that you can use. Have you ever had clothes that you don't wear often, or maybe you're just looking for a fun way to practice sewing? Maybe you just want to spare your clothing's life. Like you just want to give it a second life and make it more useful. That is why you should upcycle and turn all of these clothes that you're just hoarding into something new and exciting. And that bag of clothes that you have sitting in your trunk for 5 months that you said you was going to donate, yeah, you might as well open that up and take it to your sewing machine and try to do something with that too, because you're not helping anyone, not even yourself. This jersey that I really want to do something to. I want to make everything kind of in the same color scheme, so that's why I chose this one. I have a couple honestly that I've been hoarding instead of doing something with. Good morning. It's like 8 o'clock. I really need to get this done, and I work at 12, so good morning. This is what we're going to be working with. I already have an idea of what I'm going to do. Here it is. I've had this for years now. I thrifted it. It's a size large, a kid's large, so it fits pretty oversized on me. I don't wear it, but I like the color, the design, the vibe. So I'm gonna make it into like a halter top. This is very likely how I would have styled this. This is an outfit that's always gonna be cute, but I don't wear this. Okay guys, I'm gonna chop this up now, and then I'm gonna figure out what pieces I want to use for what. With thrift flipping, you cannot be scared of scissors. So for the front, I feel like I should use this because it has the most details. Because then I'll get all of this, a star, a name, and a number, depending on how I cut it, of course. I definitely want to use the stars. I think that's my favorite part, so we need to figure that out too. I don't even know what style top I want to make. I have this one, which I think would be really cute if I did the jersey up here and like a regular knit stretch fabric down here. That would be so cute. And I have a fabric that I feel like will work well, so I'll show you. It's this one. Oh, it won't. Oh, definitely not. Never mind. Scratch that idea. Back to the original plan. Abort mission. This is the plan. I was trying to look for something, you know, maybe less stomach out, but it's summertime.
Sleep. I don't know about sleep. It's summertime.
My hack to sewing is that I normally have something similar to what I'm going for. The only thing is this top is a little big on me, so I know I have to make the measurements a little bit smaller than this. What you're looking at here is a copy of the top. I'm gonna cut it out so you can see the pattern pieces better, but I kind of used my measurements to copy the construction of that halter top I just showed you. So this is gonna be the top, the bottom, and then this part is the tie that goes in the back, and this part will be the part that covers the front. So this just makes it a lot easier, especially if this works out, then I have a pattern that I can replicate. If it doesn't work out, then I just adjust my pattern and keep it pushing. It's trial and error. I've never done this before. A lot of the things I do is the first time. Let's get into the fun part. I have to do a little bit of surgery and add some paper right here so that these two pieces line up, because I want more space in the middle to connect to the other one and still have like a bit of a gap. This is what you have to do and think about when you make clothes, because if things are not lining up, it makes sewing so much harder, because you got to freestyle at the sewing machine and then both sides won't look the same. Things are lining up now here. I just had to add like a little paper. Boom, pattern piece is done. Now let's start cutting. Let's start chopping up the jersey. That's the fun part. I know for a fact I want the stars to be across my body. So let's see if I can get that. Yes, it's perfect. It's perfect. So I'm gonna fold it as the instructions say so that I can just get the strip in one cut. I'm gonna try to center as much as possibly can. That's literally the perfect amount. Literally perfect. Look at that. So now, honey, I'm gonna cut it up. That's gonna be so cute. This is basically gonna be the boob area of the top. I'm gonna play around with the pattern and see what I want to make the top. Oh, this is so exciting. Okay, TT number 1. Cute, really cute. And then I'm gonna do this one mirrored. Now we have to figure out what we want. I'm bad at that. That's not good though. That's not healthy. Okay, let me make sure I don't make one go in the same direction. I'm thinking something with this NBA sign. More words? No. Even I can do a plain side, but that would be boring. And that would be not taking advantage of all of this stuff I have to work with. I can also even cut stuff out and just replace it on the top. But honestly, I really don't want to do that. I don't think I want more words. Let me brainstorm. It's coming along, y'all. And one thing I would say now that I'm doing this, make sure you cut in a way to preserve as much fabric as possible, because I didn't think ahead that I'm gonna have to patch all of the pattern pieces together off of one jersey. I do have enough, but I definitely had to start being strategic on how I was cutting and what I was cutting and for what. To preserve fabric, I did end up just using plain fabric, and I had a big strip of it, so I was able to get the right measurements with that. These are all the pieces. That piece will connect to this, and I did decide to cut the little front strip. I don't even think that I need it, honestly, because I'm not connecting it in the middle with anything. I'd like it better if it was connected. Now I'm regretting cutting it, because I don't want that middle piece open. Damn it. I do have more stars that I can use, and this time I can make it longer, so happy mistake. Happy mistake. It'll just be less than my pattern in width, but that is okay. That should be fine. I used some of the extra fabric to make the lining, so I'm just gonna sew it along here, and then when I flip it inside out, it'll be on the inside. And for all of my other pieces, I'm gonna take them to the sewing machine and line them with my serger, just so it can look all neat and nice. Usually I do this after I put it together, but I'm gonna do it before because I saw someone else do that and I think it's way smarter. Right now I'm working on connecting the two pieces like so. I already have the other side clipped, and this is what I'm sewing. Right side to right side, and I already folded this down so that the pieces line up. Ooh, that's major progress. Sounds simple, but not a lot of my pieces line up. I gotta start getting ready for work, so I will resume this when I come back. I did end up doing some things off camera, like connecting the neck of the top, so it's like this now. I still have to hem this piece, but I did hem these two, and I love the way it looks. It looks so clean, like, ooh, can't even see the thread. That's what I like, that color match. Why am I so excited? I'm almost done. I hemmed all around the top. I just have to attach the middle piece. Then I'm attaching the part that I'm gonna tie around my back. But why is this so cute? Let's pray about the fit and everything. Not gonna lie, when I first made this, I did not know if I liked it, but I feel like it's because my hair wasn't done. I didn't have myself together, and I just tried it on when I made it, looking all busted. And now that I have a look on with it, with this denim skirt that I thrifted, it's old Abercrombie, which can't say anything else about it. It just looks so good. Some people are against boots in the summer, especially when you live in Florida. People will look at you like you're crazy. This outfit calls for these boots. The stitches, you can't even really see them because the color match of the thread is that tea. It just looks so freaking good. I did stitch down this part, but I didn't stitch down this, so I can still adjust it a little bit. The stars are off center, but it's still so cute. And the fit, tea. Like, I thought I was gonna have to put like a little sticky push-up in there, and there's no tie on the neck, only a tie on the back, which I think is so cute. Every time summer comes around, sequins, beading, all of these things are always trending, and I never am able to find it in the thrift store in the season. This season comes around and I'm in my sewing bag. We're gonna be making a sequin mini skirt. This is my first time making it. I am gonna redo it. I still have more fabric because I don't really like it. I think it's just a little bit too long. But in the video, I do show you guys basically my entire process of making the skirt and a matching top. So I first started off by making a pattern of a skirt with one that I already have. I did make it a little bit longer, and I feel like I should have just kept it at the length of the original skirt because then I probably would have liked it more, but it's okay. I just proceeded on. At this point, I didn't know I wasn't gonna like the fit, so here we are, pinning, being professional, sewing things together properly, taking our time, really trying to make sure that I make really good items, you know, and not just BS and waste my own time on things that I'm probably never gonna wear again. In this clip, I'm trying to figure out how the top is gonna go. I've never made a cowl neck. I only had scraps of fabric to work with for this top, and this was the biggest scrap that I had. I just laid it on my body and I was like, okay, cool, this will work, let's roll with it. And then I made a little pattern for a bandeau using one that I already had. And I've just been really loving making patterns because I can just easily replicate it when I'm ready. Hey guys, so I feel like talking today. I'm just gonna go over all of the pieces that I prepared yesterday, which is the 2 pieces for the bandeau. It's gonna be double lined, so I have duplicates of that. And then I also have some pieces that I need to put together for the straps. I'm gonna sew it along here and then fold it and flip it inside out. I have 3 of these, but I think I'll only need 2, honestly. I also have the lining piece of the skirt prepared. This is just 2 layers, and this is the outer. Everything is right side to right side, so the outside, you get it. I'm not gonna over explain right side to right side. Yeah. So I'm gonna sew along the edges of everything with my serger. I feel like I should also serge the edges of everything first. Yeah. I'm gonna sew only the sides of the bandeau because everybody's gonna be flipped inside out anyway, so I don't have to overlock these edges. Oh, so this is how that looks. And then for this, it's gonna be like a whole inside out flipping situation that I have to rewatch the video on how to do. So I think I'm gonna work on the skirt because I know how to do that right now. The skirt and the straps is the only thing. Oh, and the cowl. How could I forget it? So I decided to just use up all the fabric that I have left of this. And this is what I came up with, the skirt. The bandeau is to go under this cowl neck top. I think you guys already saw. I just draped the fabric on my body and it worked. So I'm just gonna be using this long rectangle. I'm gonna have it like this, 2 straps on the top and a strap here and a strap here. We'll figure it out. The shape might change. Also, I could probably cut like this off, because that's just extra, you know? We'll see. I will serge all of the edges of this because this is gonna have to be hemmed. For the outer layer of the skirt, I'm just gonna sew the sides because I'm gonna be flipping it inside out and putting a small elastic in the middle of the layers type of situation, so I won't have to hem the top. I will have to hem the bottom, which I don't know if I will, honestly, because this is not gonna fray. I forgot, I definitely have to remove the sequin where I'm gonna sew. The last time I didn't do that, I definitely broke a needle, and I can't afford that, really. I can't. Here's a full look. All of my pieces that I've cut out, I've sewn together with my overlock machine, and now I still have to do the finishing touches, like putting things together and hemming everything. I wanted to explain my thought process since I didn't really show it much. We're making a mini skirt. Mini skirts are pretty easy to make. This is my first time doing one with lining and elastic. So that'll be cool and fun experience to figure out. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be easy though. The lining and the outer fabric is supposed to be the same size and shape, but it doesn't look like it. And I have 3 straps. One strap is gonna go behind my neck, one will be behind my back, and this one I think I'm gonna use to scrunch the middle of the bandeau to add another detail to the top. These 2 are the pieces that are gonna be the one bandeau that's gonna be double lined because this fabric is a bit thin and I had enough to double line it. This is the shape of the cowl neck. A triangle bottom would be my ideal shape, but because I'm working with basically scraps, this is what we came up with. And when the fabric is sitting like this, the front will fall like that. The straps will connect on these 2 points. All of this will just kind of fall. The neck strap will go there. This is the shape that you need. The grayed out parts is what you're going to cut if you start from a triangle. I don't have enough fabric to make mine pointed. It would look nice if it was like this. And in the end, it will look something like this. I'm going to start putting things together, starting with the band. I flipped them both right sides facing like so, and I am going to sew along the top. I'm using this tutorial. I'll show you. This is the person. She has 3 ways to sew a tube top, and I'm just using that even though I'm making a bandeau to learn how to do the double lining seamless type of look. This is the bandeau that I'm copying. This one is from Aritzia. You're definitely gonna want to watch this tutorial because right now my bandeau is looking like a caterpillar, but I'm trusting the process. We're gonna see how this looks after I flip it inside out. I think it's gonna look good. You just never know what you're gonna get until you get it. I just decided to sew the elastic here because it'll be easier, and then I'll just fold it over and hem it when I'm done. This is gonna fit so cute. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I made this. What the heck. The finishing touches will be hemming the bottom. I'm gonna do that with a double roll hem, and then for this part I'm just gonna fold it in. I feel like I should hem it, but I can also just stitch the sides down. I prepared the cowl piece by doing my rolled hem, then I'm gonna attach the straps later somehow, some way. But as of now, I'm hungry and I have other things that I need to do, so I'm gonna put a pause Actually, I'm gonna put a pin in it. I finished the outfit. This is what she's looking like. I officially finished all of this fabric. I made this cowl neck and I just crisscrossed it around my neck because I just didn't like how it was looking just hanging. I also made this bandeau top to go underneath the cowl, so these are separate pieces. This is the skirt. It came out so cute. It's lined with the same fabric, and then this sequin fabric that I got clearance when Joann was open. I just made it into a cute little mini skirt. It's fitted, but it's not bodycon, which is what I really wanted for this. I didn't want it to be like a pencil skirt. I feel like this kind of is more classy in a way. There are some mistakes made everywhere, but I'm not sewing for perfection. This is one of the looks because I made multiple items with this fabric, so I'm going to show you all of them mixed matched together. This is just what I made in the last 2 days. So cute. It's so simple, but it took me so long. So I just have probably more of an appreciation and shock factor to the fact that I made this than you. Like, oh my gosh, this would literally be on a website. I need to go somewhere. This is the second pair of bottoms that I was able to make with the fabric. It's just a cute little pair of capris. I just love the way that this fabric fits and feels on my body. It has a elastic band in the waist, super simple design. The next time that I make a pair, I am gonna try to do it without the front seam here. Even though it doesn't give me a camel toe, no seam would look even better. The next capris I make, I want to add like something on the bottom, like some lace or ruffles to elevate it a little bit more. But I'm super happy with the way that this came out as well. Yeah, this top, any wrong move and I'm having a nip slip. Yes, the girls look great, but it's a little too risky. Not a little, a lot, like way too risky. I have to redo the cups on this one to make it bigger. It has the lining with the beige fabric and then the sequin fabric over the top. This is how it looks with the capris. Looks super good. All of them look really good together, and that's what I like. And I obviously can wear this top with jeans, wear the capris with a completely different shirt. Super versatile, especially for the summertime. I used ribbons to do the back ties and the necktie, and I also wanted to redo it because when I first made it, I forgot to tuck the straps inside, so the way that I attach the straps just looks really bad. Definitely gonna have to run this one back, but the idea is there for sure. This just isn't my favorite combination. The proportions and all of the sequins, it's just a bit much, honestly. If I want like a full sequin kind of ensemble, I rather make a dress. The skirt with this top is a bit too long. If it was shorter, it would look a lot better. Or if the top was shorter, it would look better with the skirt. It's just too busy. I like to keep it, you know, elevated and basic. The third and final top that I made, it's a simple little halter top with a square neck and a little bit of a backless moment. All of the tops that I made have some type of backless moment, but I'm not mad at it, honestly. This just feels way better to me and more comfortable for my style and how I like to dress than the previous combination with the simple top and the elevated bottom. I'm just a simple girl, I can't help it. But you know, when I want to dress up, this is how I would do it. Very simple, very chic, very classy. I can always add like a little scarf, a little shawl, more accessories like bangles, and we have a look. The last and final combination, you can't go wrong with a cute little matching set. I basically have unlimited matching sets. This one's a bit more casual, can be everyday styled. Right now I have everything on with heels because I'm just in that type of mood. How can you blame me? It's summertime. I have French tip on my toes. Like, why would I not wear heels with all of my outfits? Especially if I'm just in my house prancing around. Like, yeah, I'm gonna bust out the heels. It would look good with sneakers or flats. I really want to make a pair of capris with some ruffles on the bottom. That would just take it to where it needs to go. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching me prance around in all of the clothing items that I made from scratch with fabric, with my brain, with my drawings, my thoughts, my ideas, my hands, my eyes. I made this. It has taken me like a couple weeks to get through it, and I've been sewing other things in between. This just didn't happen in one day. It took me one day of cutting and one day of sewing to just do the cowl neck top and the skirt. So you can imagine how many hours has went into basically completing a collection with 1 yard of fabric. I'm gonna pat myself on the back for that. I definitely deserve something. I might have to go to Publix now and get me a little bottle of wine because this is amazing. I need a toast for sure. Thank you so much for being here and watching me and listening to me and supporting me. I love you guys. Bye.